The flashing blue and red lights reflected off the rain-soaked streets of Kitchener, Ontario. It was the kind of night people usually forgot. But for one family, one community, and eventually thousands of strangers on the internet, it became a night they would never stop talking about. Police officers moved quickly around a small apartment building. Yellow tape surrounded the entrance. Neighbors stood outside in silence, whispering among themselves, trying to understand what had happened. Inside the apartment, a young woman named Melinda had lost her life. Investigators immediately began gathering evidence. It did not take long before they identified a primary suspect: Melinda's former boyfriend, 24-year-old Agar Hassan. The problem was that Agar had disappeared. Police searched for him throughout the city. They checked hotels, bus stations, and airports. Friends and relatives were questioned. Officers followed every lead they could find. Nothing. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Soon, authorities issued a warrant for his arrest. His photograph appeared on television news broadcasts. Newspapers published his image. Social media users shared wanted posters thousands of times. Everyone was looking for Agar Hassan, but nobody could find him. At least, not yet. What nobody expected was that while police were searching across two countries, Agar would decide to tell his story to the internet. And that decision would make his case one of the most bizarre crime stories Reddit had ever seen. For several days, investigators pieced together the events leading up to Melinda's death. Friends described a troubled relationship, arguments, breakups, reconciliations, more arguments. According to reports, tensions between the couple had been escalating for months. The case quickly attracted public attention. Every new update generated more questions than answers. Why had Agar disappeared? Was he innocent? Was he guilty? What really happened inside the apartment? People wanted answers. Meanwhile, Agar was already hundreds of miles away. Security cameras eventually captured him crossing from Canada into the United States. Authorities released additional warnings. The search expanded. Law enforcement agencies on both sides of the border became involved. The public assumed that Agar was desperately trying to avoid attention. After all, that's what most fugitives do. They hide. They stay silent. They avoid cameras. They avoid conversations. They avoid the internet. Agar did the exact opposite. One evening, users browsing Reddit noticed a new post. The title immediately grabbed attention. Wanted for Kitchener murder, my side. The title alone sounded unbelievable. People clicked out of curiosity. Thousands would soon become obsessed. Inside the post, the writer claimed to be Agar Hassan himself. He acknowledged that police were looking for him. He admitted being involved in Melinda's death, but he insisted there was more to the story.